obvious. Let me see. I went out, I came back in, and we are live.
Oh, like we're live now?
I have a thing that says you are live. You are about to view a stream on YouTube. Continue to YouTube. All right.
Okay, so we're live now.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know why. Yeah.
We think we're live.
All right, let me see. Hold on. So, yeah, we're on YouTube now.
Cool. Hello, YouTube.
All right. So let me add that stuff I had uploaded disappeared when I left the all right.
There we go.
All right, so I don't know if you are hearing this, but I'm hearing myself talk.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I guess because I opened the tab on my own browser.
Okay.
I was hearing you and I talk like on a slight delay. So I guess I could just, so let's see. I close that browser. I don't understand why I'm looking at the page and it's still just the the picture I put up. And here, let me show you. I mean, I guess we could just play a little bit because I don't think. Let's see. So let me share this view.
Okay.
Share screen. So I don't know why that is still on the screen on the YouTube channel because it should be us. And we are broadcasting on YouTube now. Now I see. Not sure what I was doing wrong before, but yeah, now I see. It is pretty simple. You just click a little YouTube icon in the corner, and it starts. And so I'm thinking, oh, no one is viewing this, so it's okay if I just chit chat and stuff. But I am hoping people will watch this in the future. So maybe I can edit out this beginning, or maybe, dear viewers, you can just thank us or just forgive us for being morons. Here, why don't we go ahead and play the intro?
Okay.
Let me see if I can figure out how to do that because that did not start automatically. Let's see. Let's see. All right, that is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Usually it just plays automatically. Oh, here we go. Maybe this will work.
You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Okay. All right, here we are. Code Rad, our very first live stream. Welcome back, Jim.
Jason, it's nice to be here. I can't believe it's our 100th episode. I just can't believe it. That felt like it was just. We're trying to slow down here. first live video. I guess I was a little nervous, but I think I'm gonna be okay. But yeah, first. I can't believe we're already at 100 episodes. It just feels like just yesterday. You asked me to do this, join you on this journey, this venture of yours. So yeah. I say on to the next. I don't have any booze, but I got this. So I'm going to say on to the next 200 or next 100, 200. Yes. However many there's going to be.
Yes, I'm drinking water too. I mean, that's Thursday night in the Code Rad household. No booze most Thursday nights. And I don't want to spend Friday night streaming. Maybe sometime if more of you people watched us. I mean, now I can see how many of you are watching us, and yeah, so not worth breaking out the bubbly for yet. Maybe some of you will come in while we're talking about this. So yeah, so as long as we are here talking, why don't we get started? The subject for this episode is an anime from the 1980s, 1985, I believe, called MEGAZONE 2-3.
Yes.
I forget exactly how I heard about this. I think it might have just come up on my Amazon Prime stream, but it was described as a story that takes place in the 80s in Tokyo, but then it leads into the main characters find out that they're living in some facsimile of the real world. They're living in a fake world, and so that piqued my curiosity. Of course, that movies and shows like that are a lot of interest to Code Red. Lots of Doctor Who episodes where the Doctor winds up in some kind of fake world, like Carnival of Monsters, right? Where he lands his TARDIS in a little miniature world that's being controlled by someone. Love movies like that. I mean, Truman Show is a very famous example of that. A big hit in the 90s. That was, I think, a lot of people, reference the Truman Show when they're talking about movies like that. But there's a bunch. And of course, I mean, the big one would be, Truman Show is a big one, but in that same decade, we got The Matrix, which probably is really the big one about people living in a fake world controlled by evil overlords.
Mr. Anderson. Yes, exactly. Let's see. No, I really enjoyed this. I feel kind of stupid because I had the DVD in my my closet. And I totally forgot about that I even had. I felt stupid. I was like, oh, God. So this was right here all along.
Yeah, but maybe it was a present from someone.
It could have been. Or I'm thinking I may have gotten it at a store in Levittown, like a record exchange. And it was like it was used. But it still has this thingy inside. It had these whatchamacallit things. This thing right here, I think, detect
loss prevention.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like a magnetic alarm thing.
Yeah, that's still in there. So I don't think I got it at a Suncoast or whatever, but yeah, I had it right here, and the one question I was asking myself is that when I was watching it, I was like, why did I see this sooner? Because everything I love about 80s anime was in this. It was just the colors and the music and the backgrounds, character designs. Just I really missed this this era of anime. The late 80s is when I kind of got kind of my interest in anime got reawakened. Actually, I did have some slides. Okay, if I bring them in.
Yeah. Go ahead and upload them, and we can keep talking. I mean, definitely, very bright, vibrant colors, great animation. I mean, some of the voice acting, I found something appeared for a few seconds there and then vanished.
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong.
I mean, some of the voice acting I thought were interesting choices, but it didn't detract. It was all very enjoyable. Then you've got adult content. Some aspects of it were very adult, very grown up stuff. It turns out that this movie, I mean, we'll just call it a movie. It was one of the early direct to video movies in Japan.
Yes. Yeah, good old. They have right here in the bottom. It says, or the top. It says original. Sorry, it's getting a lot of light here. Well, on the top it says original video animation, or OVA. So basically, what those are is that they're anime specials that got released on back on VHS. And the nice thing is they weren't really tied down to any broadcast standards, so they could go a little further with the sex and the violence and all that other good stuff. So and also they weren't, I think also they had a higher budget to work with if they decided to go the OVA route.
Okay.
So yeah. Let me see if I can bring my slides in here.
All right,
Just
here, I think
don't have that many,
I probably
but
have to.
let me
Oh,
just
let me
kind of
see. All right,
go.
let me remove. I got to remove that one, and then
Okay.
there we go. Let's see.
No.
There we
Okay,
go.
here we go. So
Shogo, right?
exactly. Yes, exactly. Not
Said his name enough times, I remember.
well, it got me thinking. So this anime had a motorcycle, but I thought, you know what? A lot of Japanese anime, if they're OVAs or series or movies from the 80s, they always had to seem to have a motorcycle attached to
Yeah.
them. Like here we have maybe one day we can cover this at another time, but this is from Bubblegum Crisis, another great Japanese anime from the 80s. There's Pris, looking good as
Okay,
usual.
I remember reading about Bubblegum Crisis while I was reading about Megazone 2-3. Piqued my interest. I'd like to check out a lot more of this stuff because I never got into anime. It's been difficult. I mean, this is kind of my first real foray in. I mean, I've seen some other things, of course, but this is the first one that really captured my interest. And I enjoy thinking, wow, yeah. I mean, there's like, a whole world of interesting sci-fi concepts and great stories that I've never seen. It's a whole world out there for me to experience. So sorry for interrupting. Go ahead with
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Bubblegum Crisis.
Yeah, so definitely recommend that one. It's a great series, and Pris is actually my second favorite character in all of Japanese anime. She's just a badass. She plays guitar. She's in a band. She has a motorcycle. Yeah, she's just pretty awesome. Next week I'll tell you my first favorite character in all of anime, but that's going to be another story for another time. And of course the big one, Akira, that has a motorcycle in it also. But I was just
probably the ultimate anime, right? I mean, probably the most famous, most well regarded.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Everybody has seen that image or has seen that image of Kaneda going to his bike.
Yeah.
So let's see here. But I just was curious why so many motorcycles in 80s Japanese anime. Well, I'm going to do my best to pronounce this word. So the 80s in Japan saw a rise of a group of people known as, I'll try to, Bolso Zoku, I believe is what they're called, which translates to, I hope I got that right, which translates to basically, let's see, violent running tribe is what it translates to.
Okay.
So basically, they're mostly motorcycle gangs. My Japanese friend from Subaru, when I used to work there, said basically in Japan they're criminals, but they basically were becoming popping up all over Japan during the 80s. Basically, I think every country has this where the youth of a country starts to rebel, and I think the 80s was a big time for rebellion, and a lot of them just happen to have motorcycles. I think, here we go. Here's a whole gang of them right here. So
nice.
A lot of them would have those those headbands. I think that's for sweat, I think, and also they would have those banners. But I think rebellion in motorcycles has gone, pretty far back, even in American culture.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, don't date that guy. Don't date Johnny. He's a part of a motorcycle gang. He's a rebel. But I think a lot of people are attracted to that kind of a personality. So
yeah, I mean, one of my favorite records of all time, Meatloaf, "Bat Out of Hell," that has a lot of motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Motorcycles figure a lot in the lyrics of that album.
Yeah. No,
and the album cover, one of the all-time great album covers.
Yes, no, they did some really great covers back then.
Yeah,
Meatloaf did, but yeah, I like Meatloaf. Let's see. I think also with motorcycles is that there's kind of a sense of freedom, not only not only with rebellion but also freedom. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want on my bike.
Oh yeah.
And here we have a scene from Easy Rider. But yeah, the only other thing I have left here is what got me back into Japanese animation was a very unlikely place, and that was the Spanish channel. Because in the late 80s, 88, 89, they would show shows like this.
Yeah.
This actually is Gecko Kamen, but it ran on Mexican TV and Latin American TV under the title El Capitan Centella, which I think Centella means shooting star.
Hmm.
And then from there, I would go to my first convention was in 1989, and it wasn't really that uncommon to see dealers in the dealer room selling anime bootleg VHS tapes. And I
Oh
think
sure, yeah.
and it grew from there and grew there. But yeah, it's just kind of odd that my interest in Japanese anime would come from a Spanish channel. It's just crazy. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd show things like Kapitan Centella and Conan, and they would show Treasure Island, things like that. Princess Knight, they would show that too, but of
Okay.
course all in Spanish. So yeah, so but yeah, this really took me back. It just was great seeing it kind of made me miss that era. It's never the same when you first get into something. Again, if it's whatever, new hobby,
Nah.
it's never quite the same as when you first get into it. It kind of took me back to those days, and I kind of miss those days. Just it was kind of
Yeah.
anime was kind of new and was new and fresh.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, I was not into it at all in the 80s, and I knew people who were, and I mean, I think they were watching, back in the 80s, they were watching a lot of bootlegs, like you mentioned. And yeah, it's only recently that it's I've been interested in it for a while, but this is the first time I really dived in. I mean, I love the 1980s. I love the plot of discovering that you're living in a fake world. And so the Megazone 2-3 has a really interesting plot device. I love the idea that you find some like strange exotic technology as like kind of like your first hint that the world is not what it seems. And in this case, like Shogo's friends brings him to show him this wild motorcycle he found.
Garland.
The Garlands, yeah. And then, these shadowy Agent Smith types show up and kill Shogo's friend right away. And kill Shogo's friend. And so Shogo does what any self-respecting, teenage action hero would do, is hops on this souped up, supercharged motorcycle and drives off with these evil agents chasing after him.
And also, there's one other thing. It becomes a mecha. It transforms.
Right. Right. And so, yeah. So I thought that was super cool. I mean, I'm a pop culture fan. I know a little bit about manga. Or anime. I know this is not like a new, unique thing, but it was pretty new to me. The idea that you're riding a motorcycle and you can transform it into a robot that you are, now inside, and you can, fight, shoot guns or whatever, have a laser sword, as the case may be.
Yeah. Definitely anime is definitely not new. I think it's been airing on American television since the 60s with Astro Boy.
Right.
But
Okay.
it's become so popular now. It's so mainstream. It was kind of cool back then, though. It was kind of like this underground thing. And I do remember you could get things like this on VHS. The problem was it was like $40, $50. It's like when you're in your teens, you don't really have that kind of money. So I would get bootlegs that were only $10. So, but those bootlegs, I threw them all out. But back then, yeah, I had a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, it used to just be bootlegs and like real, really geeky stuff, totally niche and obscure. And now, I mean, kids in elementary school have anime backpacks
Yes, it's crazy. Yeah.
Although I think that has kind of gone down. I think like with One Piece and Naruto.
Yep.
I don't see that so much anymore. Once in a while, I saw a kid at school wearing a pretty cool jacket that I think was from Naruto or something. But yeah, I think it's, I think maybe it peaked. Maybe it'll, maybe another wave will come and lift it up and become popular again. But yeah, I mean, yeah, kids love it. It's very mainstream now.
Oh yeah, very. I think there's like a One Piece attraction at the Netflix house in King
Really?
Park. There's something. Yeah, they got something there, but I don't know if it's a restaurant or a golf course, but there's something there that's One Piece themed.
Yeah, of course.
So
I mean,
yeah,
that they have one of these Netflix places in King of Prussia, which is,
yep.
About an hour away from Philadelphia. I'm trying to think if there's anything on Netflix that like I would want to go and have an experience of it like that. And I can't think of a single thing on Netflix that I'd be like, oh, I want to go and do some kind of theme park style thing. The shine has gone off Stranger Things a long time ago. I really don't care about going to do some kind of Stranger Things experience.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad was a huge Netflix thing, but of course that started off on AMC.
Right.
Netflix kind of absorbed it. I think they funded a lot of it because Breaking Bad. I think that was kind of like circular. That Breaking Bad's popularity fed into Netflix, and Netflix rise is like the main platform fed into the popularity of Breaking Bad. It was kind of, I forget the phrase, but yeah. So I don't think there's a Breaking Bad thing there. But yeah, we're getting a little bit off topic.
No problem. But yeah, there you do see anime is still pretty not as popular as probably was. Like you said, you don't really see the the Naruto shirts or backpacks these days, but
not as much. No,
I think the one popular thing now is something called Chainsaw Man.
I have heard of that. Yeah, I've heard people talking about that. Not school kids. I don't know if that's like kids are into that. I have heard of that though. But yeah, one thing I stood out for me for Megazone 2-3 was the lot of product placement.
Yeah,
at least I mean, I assume it was product placement. There was Coca-Cola.
Yep.
Budweiser was in it.
Yep. McDonald's.
Yes. Oh, of course. Yeah. McDonald's was in it quite a bit. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. I assume that was product placement.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The Hard Rock Cafe, and there is one in Roppongi because they mentioned, I work at the Hard Rock Cafe at Roppongi, and there is one there.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a giant gorilla outside the building, apparently. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because they definitely mention Hard Rock Cafe, but they never show it. And you're thinking if it's a product placement, you would think they'd want to show.
Yeah, right.
And interestingly, you do actually see a Hard Rock Cafe logo in part 2, which we're not going to really talk about today. But so even though they mention it, it makes me wonder maybe the Hard Rock Cafe product placement came late in the game where they could add it in the dialogue, but too late to add it into the the animation.
Yeah, that's hard to say. But it was interesting to put that in there. And of course, the 80s that was the rage, everybody with their Hard Rock Cafe t-shirts, New York or Paris or London or in Tokyo, wherever.
Big time.
They made they made when it first opened too over there, I think, the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Shogo, Hard Rock Cafe comes in because Shogo, after stealing this exotic motorcycle and escaping from the bad guys, he hooks up with Yui and her roommates.
Yes.
Yui is young lady about the same age as Shogo.
Yep.
Up for a good time and an adventure. And she's got 2 roommates who are kind of similar in that respect. And Yui is a dancer at Hard Rock Cafe, which is why they mention.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's a dancer at Hard Rock Cafe. And so, like any good conspiracy thriller, Shogo is being pursued by these military agents because he's got the motorcycle, and they're pretty desperate to get it back. And during a chase scene, he actually finds a secret tunnel.
Yes, that's right.
Right, that like becomes an elevator leading below Tokyo, and that's when the big revelation occurs.
I was thinking, are they in space? It's like, wait, what's going on? Like, oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay.
Yes. It turns all right. Spoiler alert. They are in space.
Yes.
They're in a spaceship, and it's a fake Tokyo. It's a simulated Tokyo. This is not. They're not living in a computer simulation. It's an actual physical replica of Tokyo up in a space station.
Yes, indeed. Apparently, Earth has become uninhabitable. So basically, they're still all living in spaceships, and this is just one of them. But yeah, it's simulate. It's basically like a mock version of 80s Tokyo. I think it does take place in the future, like 2400 or somewhere way in the future. But they decided to have a pick the 80s because apparently it was a time of peace, or it was peaceful or something like that. They mentioned, but
that's pretty hilarious because I think people agree a lot in 2026 that the 80s were great, and sure, if you could create a fake world to go and live in, sure, the 1980s, that'd be awesome. And so apparently, according to Megazone 23, people even 500 years in the future decided that would be the perfect environment to live in. So it's all a bit confusing. I'm not sure if it's my fault. I mean, like, why is it possible? Why was it necessary to trick people into believing this? Into forcing people into living in a fake environment and having them think they are living in Earth 500 years ago. What is the deal with the military? I guess everything is being controlled by a military computer called Bahamut. I'm sure I did not say that right.
Yeah, I don't think
but something similar to that.
Yes, that's they're the computer that controls everything. Yeah,
computer that controls everything. But then there's another computer that controls everything called Eve.
Yes,
although I guess she obviously does not control everything because she's a good guy. She's trying to help the heroes, but she's also a pop star.
She is.
And I thought that was very interesting because now we're living in the era of AI generated everything, and they can create very realistic AI humans. So something like a pop star who is actually a computer, that seems just very topical for 2026.
And they predicted that in 1985. So that's crazy.
Yeah, so we have a pop star who's actually a computer who is a bit of a rebel who wants to help the rebel humans fight against the military. But it's not really clear why is the military the bad guys here, because it turns out the military are a immediate threat to the heroes. Mainly, I guess they don't want the heroes to like reveal the truth about fake Tokyo and this exotic technology with the motorcycle. But also there is there's an outside threat. Apparently, like the other humans that left in spaceships are antagonistic against, I guess this spaceship is Megazone 23. Kind of a weird name for a spaceship. I guess there's other megazones, which are spaceships. And I believe it's revealed at the ends that they are like 50 years ahead of Megazone 23 in technology, which is a big problem.
Okay. That's interesting.
Well, that's where part 2 goes.
Oh, I see.
There's a lot more with fighting the other spaceships. But it is mentioned in Megazone in the first one, in part 1. And so you have the military, which is dealing with, hostile factions of other humans that also escaped from Earth. But then, the military, it's also the military versus the people living in fake Tokyo.
Yeah, I guess they want to keep the illusion because that way they're easier to control. That way, the populace is easier to manipulate or control. Or that could.
Yeah,
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 I'm not.
that's a possible explanation. I don't remember if they actually said that in the.
No, no.
Uh,
I think there were. I like this. I think it did need some tweaking with the plot and also the character development. But I did really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm just again I'm just shocked I didn't watch it sooner. I just feel like there. But yeah, I think there were some things with the story that kind of needed a little tweaking.
yeah,
Um,
and yeah, and like the ending. The,
yes, yeah.
the ending is quite weird. It doesn't resolve anything. It ends with our hero getting beat, but not beat real bad.
He still comes
he
back for he bounces
he
back,
crawls
but
out of his robot suit and just kind of walks away. I think he gets does he get on a motorcycle? Maybe he doesn't get on a motorcycle. He just walks away and like walks back into Tokyo. And it's almost kind of like an indie film, indie art house film. It just kind of ends. Nothing's
yeah,
resolved. I'm glad our hero didn't die, but he gets his ass whooped pretty good at the end. And
he
yeah, and
does.
then roll credits.
And then also they kill his friend Tomomi. They killed the
Oh yeah, and which that nothing about that is resolved.
no,
She gets killed, but the by like one of the heads of the military, and I guess he kills her because she's making movies that is going to reveal the true nature that they're
yes,
they're not on Earth in 1980. They're on like a crazy spaceship.
and then nobody has an idea. Yeah, just gonna just yeah, ready to reveal the truth, and they're just like, nope, no, you're not. And they don't say how they kill her, but they find her dead in the apartment. So
Right. Yeah. 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 It's unexpected violence, but I don't really want to go in. We're here to talk about Megazone Part One,
yeah,
but a few things is like Part Two is quite different. If a lot of different kind of stuff, they really go into the other hostile spaceships, megazones, I guess. That takes up a lot of the runtime of Part Two, but and they really up the gore. I mean,
oh wow,
it was a little bit shocking when
mm.
Shogo's lady friends gets killed by the evil agents, but the gore is kind of off the charts in Part Two. It's
Oh
pretty
wow,
wild. It's like
wow,
I will say that they I'm pretty sure they mentioned in Part One that one of the other spaceships has advanced 50 years faster than Megazone 2-3. And so I'm thinking, okay, so they have bigger guns, faster spaceships or whatever. As oh no, it's like it's crazy the weapons they use. It's like you will never imagine it. You can try to I mean, unless maybe this is kind of like an anime staple, but I doubt it. Like if you try to guess how their technology has advanced in like, that 50-year gap, I would never have guessed it. It's wild and it's really gory and crazy.
oh wow.
And
Let's see
yeah,
it. Can't wait.
yeah, check it out. It's on Amazon Prime, so quite easy to find if because you only have the DVD of Part One.
I do. You can get the Blu-ray that has all three episodes of.
Right.
Now, the version you saw, was it dubbed? Was it subtitled? How did you
I
which
went
version
with
did
the
you?
dub.
Okay, they
In
do a good
my
job with
old
the dub.
age, in my younger days, I mean, I would have been a purist. I have to watch the subtitled, but I mean, I don't want to spend my whole time reading when like this. A movie like this is so fast paced
Yeah.
and so visual. You will miss stuff if you're spending a whole time reading. It's not some French art house movie that much slower paced. So I don't want to be focusing on words. I want to see the action and stuff. So
Makes sense.
yeah. So yeah, I went with dubbed. I am a little curious because like I mentioned before, some of the acting, the voice acting was curious, I think.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess with myself, I guess I picked subbed because I've seen some
okay.
very good dubs
Yeah.
and I've seen some really awful dubs. Where they
Yeah.
kind of like give like a little guy like a voice like this and just
Sure,
and they just
sure.
they just miscast everybody, and just like, wow, it's just really, really terrible. So, and I think it seems more authentic, I think. But
Sure,
yeah, I've
sure,
seen
yeah.
some, they, do good, decent English dubs do exist, but when they miss the mark, they really miss the mark. Just like,
Yeah.
I'll have to send you some examples. But there was this show I remember seeing as a kid called Leo the Lion, which the dubbing was just awful. Weren't really hiring like actors, just people off the streets. Like, here, read this. It's like, okay. Um, so yeah, it's
Sure, yeah.
pretty.
But I mean, I kind of miss those days where, things were kind of wild and woolly, and you might just, things were not all professional and consistent, and totally corporatized. That a little, a sort of a cult niche thing like this that applies or appeals to like a certain group of geeks. Yeah, it's not gonna be totally smooth, and there's gonna be some rough edges. I kind of miss that aspect of that kind of entertainment.
Yeah, I know
Some
what you mean.
shady guy buys the rights to some property from another country, and is just like, yeah, has his wife dubbing the voices, his cousin, whatever.
We get
But
things like Leo the Lion, or just things, just some bad
yeah,
dub. But it's also a great source of comedy too. So yeah.
some interesting things like with Johnny Sacco,
Yeah, oh, I love that. I love
some
Johnny
interesting
Sacco.
dubbing in shows like that. So, some interesting dialogue choices.
I love Johnny Sacco. We should cover that sometime. That's a great show.
For sure. Yeah,
Um,
that would be fun.
but yeah, I
I
know what
mean,
you mean though.
if we just did like like devoted one episode to like one episode of each Ultraman show, we could probably go for years. I mean, how many Ultraman shows are they?
Oh
Are they?
God.
And we could just do one episode from each series. We could go on forever.
Yeah, it's Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7, Ultraman Ace. It's like, oh yeah, it just goes on and on. And we finally got them on Blu-ray. Finally, after how many years? Finally
Yeah.
got all of them.
Yeah.
Especially Ultra 7. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Ultra 7. Yeah.
I think I've got that DVD set, and I think you gave it to me.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did, because they had, I think they had regular uh DVD, and then they had the Blu-ray, which is over on my shelf somewhere. But yeah, Ultra 7.
Yeah, I mean, I love Ultraman. I've got the DVD set. I think I paid something like $8 for it on
Oh
Amazon,
man, you got a
like probably
steal.
like 10 years ago. Yeah, I think it's like one of those things like where like all the DVDs are pressed onto like the one, one on top of the other,
Ah,
all in like
okay.
one of those round things with you know, that little button in the middle. They're all
Yeah.
pressed into that one thing. It's super cheap set. And I can't see buying the Blu-ray because now if I watch Ultraman, I'll generally just get it, stream it on Amazon because it's just so convenient. No pulling out the DVDs. The whole Ultraman series is on Amazon now. It's much simpler to just
I
stream
get you.
it.
I guess I'm kind of weird. I like actually, holding having the physical medium, holding in, just I know,
Oh,
I
I
think
do.
it's not
Yeah, I
bad.
do too,
Yeah.
for sure. But something like
Yeah.
Ultraman, where I've seen all the episodes. I mean, I might go and like the other night, I pulled out a Godzilla Blu-ray and watched one of them. But yeah, if you're like clicking through Amazon and you see Ultraman, you know, I might click on that. Whereas I'm not necessarily going to go and dig out the DVDs.
I get you. And it's less room. I mean, more. I should say more room freed up, because if you have a lot of unfortunately, a lot of DVDs can lead to a lot of clutter also. So
Yeah,
you have that
yeah,
problem.
I do need more storage space. I do need a way to I don't have a good organization for my DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah, I don't either.
But
But yeah, and also wish I had more space. But yeah, it is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. So I am going to see if I can edit the beginning of this.
Sure.
So to cut out the first 15 minutes or so while I struggle to find out how to stream live from StreamYard, and
you can do it.
And yeah, and maybe we will do this regularly, even though well, now as I'm planning to sign off, I see we have 2 viewers. Thank you for joining us.
Hello and hello.
We have been talking about MEGAZONE 2-3 for the last hour.
Who's to say who it is?
We're back to 0, so yeah, I guess they weren't too
impressed. Okay. Sorry.
2 people. 2 people tuned in for a minute and then tuned out. So yeah, I think we've said all there is to say about
yeah, it's a shame. Just
not really.
I'm here
I think we've talked enough at this point.
Yeah, you're right.
And maybe we'll just try doing it live. Maybe eventually it'll catch on.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
Jason, take care. It was a pleasure.
All right.
Let's do this again.
Yep. All right. Next week, we will present you with something else exciting and new. Thanks, everyone.
Yes.
Talk to you later.
Take care, everybody. Bye.